Hello beautiful people, my name is Kayla and welcome back to my channel, Naps of the New Black. Today we are making a very special video because I have officially been locked for 4 years. 4 years! You guys! 4 years, I really did not think. I don't really know what I thought, but 4 years crept up on me so quick. Anyway, we're gonna do this lockiversary video similar to how I did my first and second year videos. And sorry about missing year 3. We're gonna roll right past that, okay? But anyway, I'm gonna do like a video montage of how my hair has looked throughout the years and like how far along I was at the time that the pictures were taken. And then we will come back, we will reconvene, and I will talk just about stuff. I'm gonna talk about how my routine has changed, things I've learned, things I've regretted, where I plan to go from here, the stuff, the regular stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna get into that montage now. And if that's all you came for, that's okay. That's okay. Don't feel pressured to stick around. But for those who would like to, I'm rambling. Okay, we're gonna go into the montage. Bye.
I don't know why you got me sinking so low. Yeah. Girl, you got me restless. I got to know, don't keep me waiting. Said I love in motion, let's go. I can be yours. I don't know where we'll go from here. So let's feel what we wanna feel. I don't know where we'll go from here. Let's just take a chance. I can be a man. Desire passes through my fingers. I never wanna know. It keeps me restless. I try, but everything was distant. And I know I might never be what you want. Yeah. Girl, you got me restless. I got to know, don't keep me waiting. Said I love in motion, let's go. I can be yours. I'm losing my mind in this place. Only you can save it. Yeah. So stop hiding, don't be afraid. I know you feel the same. Baby, girl, you got me restless. I got to know, don't keep me waiting. Said I love in motion, let's go. I can be yours. I don't know where we'll go from here. Feels just like I'm falling. What we wanna feel. I got to know. I don't know where we'll go from here. Said I love in motion, let's go. I can be yours.
Alright, now that we are all caught up on how my hair has looked in these last 4 years, let's talk about it. So the big question is, do I still love my locks? And of course, of course, I absolutely still love my hair. I have not gotten tired of it, and that's a little surprising. As a loose natural, I used to change my hair faster than the weather would change. I every other week had a different hairstyle. So I did think that having locks for years and years and years would eventually bore me, but that has not been the case at all. Like, and maybe it's because when you have locks, they are constantly changing, especially in these first 4 years. I don't know if they're going to continue to change as I get to years 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. But at least in these first 4 years, as they have been maturing, it's been a really exciting process full of change. So I haven't felt like I've been wearing the same hairstyle per se for 4 straight years. I've been watching like an evolutionary process. So it has not been boring in the slightest. And if you follow me on Instagram, you see that I do at least play with different hairstyles every now and then. I don't change my hair as much as I used to, but every now and then we switch it up. So it has not been boring. I truly love having these wonderful locks, and yeah, I'm gonna keep them for the foreseeable future. Yeah. Next question on everybody's mind is, has my routine significantly changed? I'm actually going to make a video on this, like a separate video, because I don't want this to be a million years long, but my routine has pretty much stayed the same. I have been washing my hair roughly once a week. These past 3 weeks I actually skipped my weekly wash. So I went 3 weeks without a wash, but that was because I did a pipe cleaner curl set, and I just couldn't part with those beautiful curls. They were so pretty. I usually don't do that though. I usually wash my hair once a week. I still steam my hair as much as I can. I still use leave-in conditioner. I still use oils. I still oil my scalp. So the routine is very similar, and I'm gonna make a video that contains all the products I use. But for now, I have a reel tagged, pinned on my Instagram page that shows the products I've basically been using these 4 years. But yeah, I don't feel the need to change my routine significantly. My hair still feels soft. I can tell when I go many weeks between washes, I can tell because my hair starts to feel a little bit dry, but usually the steam is able to get it to bounce back. All right, yeah. So hair routine, pretty much the same. Oh, and I don't really spray my hair much during the week. Sometimes I do with like water and glycerin, but most times I don't. Yeah, but that'll be in a different video, so don't feel too pressed to like get all of those details, because that will be coming hopefully within the next 2 weeks. Okay, next question. Do I have any regrets from my lock journey? And I like this question. I have a regret video up, but I don't think my regrets have changed much. I wouldn't say that I regret anything like too much, but of course you have those moments where you're like, oh, sometimes I wish I would have made them a little bit bigger, because I love the look of traditional locks. They will always have a special place in my heart, and if I ever do cut these out one day, they will be to get traditionals. So sometimes I'm like, I could have gone just a little bit bigger to have a small set of traditionals instead of a large set of microlocs. But it's not like that deep. Like I never get an itch to actually change the size of my locks. Sometimes I regret coloring my hair when I dyed it brown. But after, so I dyed it brown, and then I tried to dye it back black, which clearly did not take, because the black has faded. If you can see this color, the black has significantly faded, and it's now this chocolatey brown. And low-key, I really love this color. I actually really like it, and I'm not gonna permanently dye it black again, probably. If I do black, it'll be a black semi-permanent or like a rinse, so that it can fade into this color again during the summer, because this was a vibe this summer. It was very cute, and in the sun, don't get me started, it's cute. Even though I regretted coloring it as light of a brown that I did, in the end it worked out, because I like this color that it has settled into. Outside of that, yeah, I don't really have many regrets. No regrets. I'm sorry. I'm moving on to the next question. Okay. Next, I want to talk about some common traps I think that newly locked girlies or guys, I don't really know what my audience is here, newly locked people can fall into. And the biggest one is the game of comparison. And I know this is easier said than done, but please, for all that is good, please do not go into this comparing your locks to other people. Don't compare your locks to people who have been locked longer than you, locked for a shorter amount of time than you. Don't compare yourself to people with thicker or thinner sets. Don't compare yourself to people with different colors. Like, just don't do it. And I do it. I do it all the time, which is why I'm telling you not to do it, because it has never helped me. It has never made me feel good about myself or my specific set of locks. My hair will never grow as fast as some people, and it will never be as thick as some people's. Like, so I have nothing to gain from looking at people who have faster growth patterns or thicker sets or denser sets of hair and trying to size myself up to them, right? There's nothing that I could possibly gain from that. So I just want to warn you, you can follow the people on Instagram, look at the videos. Look at me, I'm sitting here making the content, right? Like the videos that one could possibly compare themselves to. Ignore that, okay? You can do that. You can have your Pinterest boards and your style inspo, but just use it to inspire you to try a new style, or use it to learn how to care for your hair in a different way than you may have, right? Like, use it to learn as a reference. Do not use it as oh, my hair is gonna look like this one day, because there's no guarantee. Matter of fact, it's actually very, very unlikely that your hair will ever look like anyone you see on Instagram, especially with locks, because that's the whole beauty of locks. Everyone's hair looks completely different because we all have different textures, different densities, different part sizes, different part placements, different amounts of hair we started with, right? Like, we all have completely different and unique sets of locks. So why would you ever want your hair to look exactly like someone else's? That would take away from the beauty of having locks. But that's just my 2 cents. I think you would just be an overall happier person and more content with your locks if you establish early, I am not going to be upset if at 1 year my hair is not like this person's hair was at 1 year, or if at 3 years my hair is not like that person's hair was at 3 years. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. And then the other trap that I see, that I fell into and I see newly locked people fall into, is trying to rush your locking process. I remember when I first installed my hair, not even 2 weeks in, I was mad that my hair wasn't frizzy yet. And now that I think back, I'm just like, why? What is wrong with me? Like, it's just, I don't know, it's human nature to just want to be in a rush, to want your after results, right? Like, you want your after the literal day after you put them in. And that's just not how any of this works. I very much miss my baby lock stage. I miss my frizzy lock stage. I miss when they were shorter and fluffier and thick and fuller. And now that they've dropped and just condensed more, right? They don't have the same volume as they used to. And I miss that volume. So just try to appreciate every stage that you're in, because I promise, it sounds crazy at first, but one of these days you are going to miss your frizzy hair, and you are going to miss when it was short and in a little bob and touching your ears and all your styles looked cute. Like, you're gonna miss that. So don't rush it and don't compare yourself to others, and you will have a great time. You'll enjoy every second of it. Okay. Now I'm gonna hop off my soapbox. The only other thing that I really want to talk about, do I want to talk about anything else? I don't know. So moving forward, I just plan to go with the flow. We'll kind of see how they mature. Oh, I forgot to mention. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, some things that have happened since my last video, I trimmed my hair a few times. I want to say like twice, because I usually do it once or twice a year. And that's why they all fall in a similar, like, the weight line is pretty solid. I do trim my locks. So if you are going for a specific shape or specific style, feel free to trim your locks. I've been trimming them since the first year. They didn't unravel. I didn't have any problems. My hair is also very, very tightly coiled. I have type 4 something. So whenever I would cut them, the coils would just seal off the lock. If your hair is not very tightly curled, maybe wait until it's a little bit more mature to start trimming. But I would just, play it by ear. In terms of my common problems, frizz, not frizz, what am I talking? Oh, lint. Lint, still a problem. Still, it's always gonna be a problem, but you just go with the flow. I just try to wrap my hair up at night as much as I can, and I try to avoid frizzy sweaters, and I pick it out when it's like very close to the surface, but if it's deep in there, I leave it and just, it is what it is. I do brush my locks at night sometimes, like just with a standard brush, and I just lightly brush it to try to see if I can get some lint out. Another thing is you could just shake your hair out before you tie it up to get some loose lint off the surface. But yeah, that's it for that. And then my retightening schedule is the exact same. I am currently in my 3rd year of medical school, and locks have been a true godsend in terms of time management and just not having to touch my hair. I really take advantage of the fact that I can go 2 to 3 months without retightening my hair at all. Matter of fact, it's been 8 weeks since my last retightening, and look at my roots. They look fine. They look totally fine. They are grown out, of course, because like my hair grows, but this is totally fine. I have no need to touch it until I have time to touch it. So I still am retightening every 2 to 3 months in my breaks between my major rotations or major classes. And when I wash it, I just make sure to separate the bases so they don't marry. But that's really it. And sometimes I might, like if I see there's a lot of frizz at the root, this is not the best example, but I'll take that frizz and just wrap it around to keep the roots supported by as much hair as possible so they don't like start thinning or anything. But yeah, that's it. I'm sure I'm missing a lot of things, but that's really just all I wanted to talk about for this 4-year lockiversary. Major takeaways: I am absolutely still in love with my hair. Do not compare yourself to anyone else's journey. Have fun, enjoy every stage. Continue to do the routines that work for you. There's no need to just be switching up your hair routine every 5 minutes because someone says to do something else. Stick with what works, stick with the products that work, and your hair is gonna grow. Just give it time, give it patience, enjoy the ride. And that's it. If I didn't answer something that you really wanted to know, just, as always, drop your questions in the comments and I will get to them. And then keep a lookout for my hair routine video that I should be dropping in the next few weeks if all things go well. Yeah, that's it. I hope that this was helpful to you in some way, and thank you so much for being here in any capacity at any point in time. It is really cool that I have this whole online community that I could just talk to about hair. Like, it's my favorite thing to talk about is hair. So thanks for hanging around and talking about hair with me. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day that you're watching this on. Okay, bye.
Let's just take a chance.